So we're doing a console reset so we can go to Dongo's Cavern after we became an adult. A good adult time is like a 34 or a 36-ish. Anything above that is pretty slow. But this is like on a 250 kind of scale. Or I mean, like if you were speedrunning this game, you would get like a 250, then like a 36 is acceptable. You can turn around, backwalk, and then hold up right there. You want to just get this angle with the bridge, hold back. Or, yeah, hard 6 o'clock. I'm trying to use the clock as a reference because it makes more sense than me trying to describe the angle. Get around this fence like so. Flip it around. Backwalk your way to the stairs. You can climb these stairs, or you can kind of roll up them, but like, see how much like range Link has? You can climb both of those kind of like that. You want to kind of just barely miss this wall, which I didn't. So we'll side hop. Okay, so now you want to get to that corner right there behind the text height and face the left, or like about there. Do a 180 backwalk pretty much all the way into Dongo's Cavern. See how that boulder just barely missed me? Do one side hop. And we're in. Now I need to pause really quick, otherwise I'm going to miss the fast strat. What I mean by the fast strat is there's pillars in there, and if you get in there as fast as possible, you can basically jump on the rising pillars rather than going to the ladder. Now, there's a couple ways to do this wall in front of me. You can do the Zelda Lullaby cutscene skip method, where you like backflip, shield drop a bomb shoe, or you can kind of get close to the door, shield drop a bomb shoe, and then hold forward and hit B. Either one works. I think the shield drop in the bomb shoe is the faster method for doing it, but yeah, either method works. Hopefully I can do this on my first try. Completely missed. Okay, got it the second time, but now I've completely missed those pillars. See, they're all the way up right now. It's because I'm too late. If I had gotten the bomb shoe to explode on the first try, I would have been able to jump across both of these. But as you can see, that second one is down, and I have to wait for it, so I'm losing time. So I have to go to the ladder here. I only have 2 bomb shoes now, and after the Dongo's Cavern, I should be left with 1 shoe, which technically I don't really need for any other thing in the run, except for the Spirit Hover, and maybe using it on the water boss key door or something. But like the Spirit Hover would be the only thing that I can think of where it would be useful to have a bomb shoe. Or the max you can have at that point in front of the Spirit Temple is 3 of them. So here you go. You target the wall and then do a backflip, shield drop the chew. Yeah, do a backflip, release Z, hold R. Yeah. So basically, it was face the falling stairs, hold Z, hit down and A, release Z, pull the bomb shoe, and then shield drop it with R and hold R and nothing else. Is how that trick just worked. It's the same thing as a Zelda Lullaby cutscene skip. And at this point I don't really need that bomb chute for anything else that I'm gonna need it for, so it kinda sucks that I lost the first one on the door, but at least you saw what could happen. And I showed you both methods. Oh, when you... Do I have to hit that switch again? No. Okay, when you come out this door, hit Z one time. It will recenter your camera. Do a 180, hit Z a second time. Then you can kind of just backwalk your way to this gap and turn around. He will auto jump. Do a 180 Z target, and you know, keep going. You can either backwalk the rest of the way, or roll. This is a pretty good alignment for making this jump here. You can roll into the side of the wall, and don't be fearful of like hitting it and stopping. Except I missed it. Okay, I think I know why I missed it. I was just holding forward rather than up left. I think you want to hold a hard 11 o'clock on this jump here. So basically, this looks like a good angle for me. I'm going to hold forward, and now I'm holding up left, and he kind of coasts to the left. If you notice that, I went from forward on my joystick to up forward once he was in midair, and he kind of moved to the left to grab the ledge. It's an important jump that you need to memorize how to do. Okay, now that I got bombs, these are like my tools of the trade here. You don't need to save right there. Technically, you don't have to save until like after you get the hook shot in the graveyard, but I'm just doing it for the hell of it. There's a couple ways you can do this, but the one I'm going to show is I'm going to Z target right now, holding Z. I'm going to run forward with a bomb pulled, and then once I'm over the gap, I'm going to drop it. And then this time, I'm going to move forward a little bit, and then I'm going to C up and C down. And now I'm going to jump off. Ideally, you want to land like in the mouth or near the mouth. Just be careful about your timing on those bombs and make sure they hit their mark. Otherwise, since I didn't hit that other switch that would basically bring the big pillar from the bottom floor to the third floor, or whatever you want to call that, I would have to redo like a bunch of those rooms again, or go through them at least, and that eats up a lot of time. These keys can be annoying. I do have a Deca nut for them, or I can sword slash them with good timing. You coming too? But normally, if you have enough hearts, you just won't even acknowledge the keys and try to push the block. But be careful, because you will burn, like, I think 2 hearts maybe, or at least 1 heart will completely burn. Right here from where I'm standing, if I hold upright, no, I don't want to jump. If you do this right, at the right angle, and you hold upright, you'll fall but without jumping, and it saves like some frames or an extra frame or something. And I can't reproduce it right now, so I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but what the hell. I know this is possible. It's not that important, but there's a way to like get off this ledge rather quickly without jumping. I'm getting kind of annoyed right now. I think you want to skim the top of the block, but like drop. You want to drop in between, like where my B and A buttons are right now. You want to drop in between that stuff without touching anything. But for whatever reason, he feels like jumping at the ledge. I don't think rolling has anything to do with it. It's just your angle coming off of this thing. It's not really that important in the MST run, but I cannot do this right now. It's like the hardest trick in the game right here. He just wants to jump. Maybe you do have to roll. I don't know, but I've done it before where like he basically just comes off of the center there and falls to the ground without doing the jumping animation, which saves about a second or something. You can side hop 1 or 2 times from once you push this block in. Like right there, I side hop twice, which is pretty amazing. So basically, you want to push the block, and once you've done the push animation, you want to get ready to spam side hop before it hits the other, or the groove to fall in. There's 20 bombs in that thing. You don't really need it. You would pull your bomb and throw it at this clump of dirt to blow it up, and then jump slash on it. But I'm kind of sad I couldn't show you the 1 second saver of falling off the ledge without grabbing anything. But I got the double side hop, so I guess that makes up for it. Okay, so since I fell and I jump slashed, when I do a crouch stab on this guy, I'm doing 4 damage or something. I'm not exactly sure. Like with the Kikori sword, a jump slash was 2 damage, but with the Master Sword, it's 4 damage. So in 2 crouch stabs, this guy's dead. Because we're doing a child dungeon as an adult, so it's basically designed for the child only, but the game wasn't anticipating anybody being here as an adult, because as you notice, I think at the very beginning there wasn't a big rock blocking the opening. It was kind of already open, like you already explored this place. So we'll get this heart container, which will put us at 5. Hit the blue warp, and we'll get our Goron Ruby now, which is our second spiritual stone in our quest of all dungeons. As you can notice, this cutscene has given Link the child voice actor, or sound effects. It does some weird things, like the spiritual stone doesn't actually appear, like in the cutscene, and Link is shrunken, and he runs away and screams like the child Link. So the magical invisible red ruby spiritual stone thing. Yeah, don't you see it? Unless they're praying. Oh, there it is. There's a text box for it. Alright, the best part's about to come up. Okay, we're going up to Death Mountain Trail. Oh, no, we're not. We're going down to Kakariko. That's really weird, because if you did it as Child Link, you would be going up the hill to Death Mountain. But for whatever reason, we're going to Kakariko, or that's where the cutscene ends as an adult. So we're going to the graveyard now, and we're gonna race Dompe. Dompe the Terrible here. There's no reason to check the bushes because I'm about to get bombs anyway. You want to stand close to the Poe, get its attention, pull the stone away. It will knock me away from my pulling animation and I get in like a second sooner. This first pot on the left right here is your bombs. And I have no advice for this. Just try to go fast and don't hit the flames and try to cut corners. That's pretty much all I can give you. Really? I was supposed to see that one coming? I think going right is slightly faster than going left. Going left. So I got hit once already because that was complete, like, unavoidable. Oh, twice already. Okay, that time it was my fault. I'm guessing I'm gonna get like maybe a 57 or something. Yeah, definitely. Might not even make it. Okay, you want to go right here. Now you want to stay kind of to the left because there's a glitchy wall, which I couldn't even do. But all you have to do is like walk up to it like you're gonna jump, and then right before you jump, you hit B, and you'll jump slash up, and it's quicker. I didn't even get a 57. 1 o'clock. I got a full minute wasted. But yeah, the best time that you can shoot for is a 46. And like a good time is a 48 or a 50. And then like anything above that is you can do better. But Dompe, it's a random ordeal, so you just have to be better at reacting and not like rolling into fireballs like I was. So I've equipped the hook shot now, and I have my bombs out. You want to stand about this far in between the tile, and then do a side hop left and a side hop right as fast as possible. And it doesn't matter if you get crushed by the door, but as long as you get this, you don't have to get stuck in the room with the Song of Time block, which is a big blue block, and we don't have the Song of Time, so that would kind of give us a roadblock. There's a couple ways to get up. I've seen a chew hover slide method, which might be a little difficult as adult. It might be a child link only thing, but the most common is to use this thing and get ISG, which is basically just crouch stab with holding R, hit B, and then at the very last frame of the crouch stab, when he's about to pull the sword back in, you hit A and you check the sign instead. This is pretty much the angle you want to look at. In between the A and B button, there's the flowers down there. That's pretty much how I line it up. And then the timing for this is pretty stupid. So you want to pull a bomb and like somewhat count to 4, but look at the flashing of it. When it starts to flash really fast in your face like that, it's probably a good idea to do a backflip. I want some more hearts, although it's not that important, but in the Shadow Temple, I believe you can get 3 hearts easily from the pots in the catacombs. There are other methods to get hearts, which I'll explain later. So let's try this again without the suckage. The only thing about this first hover is you can't really see the shield. Like, I'm holding Z right now, and I'm holding down once I have the bomb out, and then I'm kind of just waiting for when I'm supposed to go. That might have been too early. That was probably too early. But like, you can count like how many times Link's hands flash or clasp, or you can do like this heart timing. There's a heart beating in the left corner, or you can just look at when like the bomb starts rapidly blinking red, which is probably the most common and most useful. And then what you want to do is make sure you hit R before you hit A. So like what I do is I push and I hold R, and then I'm still holding R the entire time through. Then I hit A, so I'll do the backflip, and I'll shield block the exploding bomb. So this part's a little bit easier. So all I'm doing is holding, you don't even have to hold Z at this point. I don't have to hold Z because I'm already floating, but I want to pull the bomb out before I hold down, otherwise he'll be moving like this and it'll be harder to time when the bomb's going to go off. So I'm going to pull the bomb, then hold down, and then there's a breathing method that Link uses. He inhales, he exhales, he inhales, he exhales, and in between the second exhale, the bomb will basically explode. So you want to get it a little early before the second complete exhale. You'll see what I mean in a second. And then this is pretty much the timing you need to learn. So in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. That was a better one. As you can see in the bottom left, it kind of glitches out with the shield. This is pretty much what I'm looking at to time it, and when it's like in the middle-ish, I do my backflip. I think I'll make it with one more backflip, but I mean just a regular backflip, but I'm gonna do a bomb just to be safe. Well, that sucked. I was up there and then I got exploded by the bomb and lost my ISG. But basically that's how you're supposed to do the seam hover. And this is how I'm gonna get into the Shadow Temple early. I'd like some bombs, please. It's not really important that I have 15 bombs right now. It will be later though, so maybe I will go get 20 or something. So in a real run I would just go with 15. I would go with 10, but I think the minimum you would need is 2. Yeah, I think you need 2 for a hover slide or super slide inside the Spirit Temple, or Shadow, my bad, Shadow Temple. That's where we're going, Shadow, not Spirit. That comes way later. Okay, so we're on top of Dampa's little hut shack thing. I get my angle. That was so early. It's like I said, you're gonna have to practice to get the hang of this because I still can't even do it. But like, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's fairly close, and it depends on how fast you count. But that's inconsistent because like you'll count the numbers at different speeds, so then you won't be in the same position every time. So that's why the shield. Oh, I'm moving. That's not good. So if you're moving like that, just don't hold down until you do the shield, and then yeah, don't hold down until you do the shield drop, and then hit A. It's a little bit tougher to get right, but it's still possible. That's why I'm trying to stress the point. You wanna you don't have to Z target once you're floating, but it doesn't matter if you Z target or not. You want to pull the bomb before you go 6 o'clock down. See, I'm walking again. I'm not even listening to my own advice. Okay, this time we're good. And that time, you'll know when you get up on the seam because it will automatically like move Link's positioning. So basically, you just want to keep it lined up with the very top of this for a while, and be careful of a couple pinch points. Like this is one of them. Make sure that you're lined up diagonally, and don't mess around too much with getting off this line. Otherwise you can get stuck up here. And if you get stuck, you only have so many options to get out of that scenario. Oh! Ah, what the hell? Well, before the Poe comes here, I can either try a backflip or a side hop or release a chew and try to target the chew. All of those will kind of like change my angle, but I think a backflip might be good here. I'm not sure. I wish I remember what it looked like before. Like, generally, this is what I want. And then I want a backflip from here. How do I buffer Z from here, though? That's a question. Maybe I buffer, or I hit Z and then I pause. Man, this is really difficult. Okay, I got the Z press in and the angle. Now I'm holding down, and then I'll unpause and hit A, and hopefully this works. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, we can continue now, but that's exactly what could happen to you, and you don't want that to happen. So that's why you want to use your hook shot and then hit A to like get out of your viewpoint. This is important to line this one up too. Make sure that you're standing above the stairs and then go parallel to it and do a slide hop. You can fall into the void and have to redo all of that if you do it wrong.